She looks quickly to get things going. Off the mark from three. Grace Knox with the rebound and the putback. She'll go to the line and try to complete that three-point play.
Grace Knox made her way into the starting lineup as a freshman because she does that right there. Crash the boards and have the ability to put back. She has a nose for the basketball.
Part of this extremely talented freshman class, and LSU on the board.
Look, we're happy to see Grace Knox back on the floor because when they were warming up, she came down and turned her ankle, had to go to the locker room, so her starting ability was up for question before the tip.
Kim Mulkey certainly happy to have her on the floor. Carly Weathers pulls the trigger from three and evens up this ball game. Carly Weathers, kind of the glue piece, or as you called, the mother hen to this group, the senior out of Loretta, Tennessee, has been outstanding. The Tigers starting the lineup, 7 different lineups used this year. And this group on the floor is 2-0 this season. Flau'jae Johnson, straight on three, won't go.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important in this game who controls the board and who controls the paint. And we know Kim Mulkey likes to go get buckets inside the painted area, where for Alabama, look, they're looking for get the ball in the paint and then kick out for threes.
This group who shot 55% Thursday in Athens got to put a shot up here as the shot clock winding down under 4. And the take to the hoop left short there by Scott, out and running. Jada Richard gets it across, turns around and knocks it down. Jada Richard.
The future is bright for LSU with that sophomore point guard.
And Scott, Collins, Timmons, Weathers, and Naomi Jones, who continues to get the start after Essence Cody getting healthy again. Jessica Timmons, certainly glad that she's healthy. Christy Curry has seen just the greater edge from her senior, who comes back after an ACL injury a season ago.
Well, already 2 threes for Alabama. Ooh.
Looked like there may have been some contact on that Flau'jae Johnson three. Wasn't called. Alabama comes up with it. They've got an early 6-5 advantage.
See, LSU's got to be important to match up early because Alabama is going to look to pull those threes any opportunity they can, especially in transition.
Well, they average 8 a game, Carolyn, and that one, that entry pass to Koval, results in a turnover for the Tigers.
I'm constantly watching. Where are Carly Withers? Where is Jessica Timmons? 22 and 23 for Alabama.
Give it back to Scott, who's been playing well as of late. Collins, another deep possession into the shot clock, into the hands of Flau'jae Johnson. She's looking around, tries to go through a couple of defenders, and an offensive foul called against Flau'jae. Senior out of Savannah, Georgia, picks up her first personal.
Yeah, Timmons, we just talked about what she does offensively, but defensively as well. She's willing to sacrifice her body in there, whatever this team needs on the defensive end. Now, Kim Mulkey has subbed Flau'jae Johnson out and Malaysia Flau'jae in. Flau'jae can pick up the speed for this LSU Tiger team.
We talked about getting off to quick starts. We'll see what Flau'jae does while on the floor. Essence Cody, who checked in as well. Blocked by Kate Koval inside. Richard pulls up again from the elbow and is fouled. You just got to love the IQ of Jada Richard, but going back to the other end, it starts with Kate Koval.
Well, Kate Koval was put into the starting lineup today to do exactly that, to protect the paint, the rotation in, to be able to get the block, stay vertical and not foul, and allow LSU to head the other direction.
Koval, who Kim Mulkey says is just such a steady presence, so solid. Every time that she steps on the floor, she just does the right things and continuing to come along and get stronger throughout SEC play.
Well, Kate Koval got a lot of experience in her freshman year at Notre Dame, and one thing that Kim Mulkey complimented her ability to read angles and to help and think and communicate on the defensive end.
Weathers probing, pushes back out. Here's Scott. And Scott left open. Great look for three. Won't fall. And Richard, who is everywhere, the floor general for this Tiger bunch, and my lays a Flau'jae. And Flau'jae no, but great effort there from Kate Koval to extend the possession. And in contact as Grace Knox is fouled on the way up.
Yeah, Weathers wasn't able to be there before Knox had gotten into her shooting motion.
Again, you mentioned, Carolyn, just how Grace Knox on the way up, coming down, you see that left ankle being turned slightly.
Yeah, she had to go to the locker room, and with that limp, it was questionable whether or not she was going to be able to go today. But Tiffany, I talked to her yesterday, and I complimented her on how she plays like she's a senior and this is her last season and she's just a freshman. And she said she has always wanted to be that inspiration. She wants to be the example of kids that are in high school now and may not think they can get to this level, but if you work hard enough, you can. And so that's how she plays every day that she's on the floor, number 2 in white.
It's a wonderful gift and something that Kim Mulkey, I know, certainly appreciates. Carly Weathers, once again from 3, can't knock that one down. Koval, who had 15 rebounds last game, collecting yet another here this morning. And a nice pass. And again, Jada Richard, who is the engine who is making things happen offensively, the way that she's distributed. Great find for the sophomore out of Ukraine, Koval.
Well, we talked about Kim Mulkey loves to get the ball in the paint. She's going to clear cutting areas. There's Essence Cody finishing inside.
She has battled through some injuries through the season, but still when she has come back on the floor, it's been a big difference for the Tide.
We talked about Essence Cody being out a few games. She's still trying to get her wind back. So running the floor, the best way to get in condition is playing. There's nothing like gain speed.
Tamia Scott ties the ball game up at 10 apiece. So good start for both here, up and down the floor. As a foul underneath the basket, we'll step aside here for the media.
Christy had just gotten married, but Barmore saw something in the two of them working together that worked well on that Louisiana Tech side.
3 years together, a couple of Final Fours in the process, and great respect as coming out of the timeout, and LSU takes the lead. Zakiya Johnson, Shelbyville, Kentucky product. And again, another one of those great freshmen for Kim Mulkey. On contact there and a push for Flau'jae. And when we asked just about, hey, what do you learn from great coaches? Obviously, Kim Mulkey played for Barmore, won a national championship, and then obviously as an assistant as well. The details.
Oh, yeah.
The details of the game.
And Kim Mulkey talked about, listen, you really need 3 key positions. Strong point guard, strong post player, and a shooter, and then you can fill in the rest. And she has built all of her teams on having that strong post presence because she loves to eat in the paint.
1 second to go on the shot clock. Offensive foul called against Alabama. Naomi Jones is whistled for the illegal moving screen.
When you look at Jada Richard fighting to get over that screen, listen, you will get the benefit of the call from the officials if you make the effort to get around that screen. You can't run through it, but if you make the effort to get around and that screener moves, more times than not, the officials are going to call that on the defense.
Johnson looking assertive, going straight to the hoop. And last touched, they're going to say it's Alabama basketball. And Kim Mulkey, who has been pretty successful on appeals, she says, yep, let's take another look at it.
They called Amaya Joyner, I believe, over the back on that?
She was indeed whistled for the foul. CP, so no appeal coming here. And Bama has it.
Oh, Jada Richard is putting her nose in it defensively.
Well, that was an area of concern, or on the scout, you've got to find Jessica Timmons just because of what she can do, 23 in Crimson.
Yeah, when I was scouting, looking at, what would the matchups be? Jessica Timmons is a hard matchup because she's strong, she's a threat from the 3, and she has the ability to beat you off the bounce.
Timmons, the 5th-year senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, sees that one rim out. Also, today is Timmons' birthday. So her teammates celebrated with her. Obviously, the greatest gift would be another win against LSU. She wasn't a part of the game last year because she was out with that ACL injury. Certainly, she wants to make an impact on her birthday against the Tigers. Zakiya Johnson sees it bounce off. Reese Austin, the true freshman point guard, coming in. She's been a nice lift off the bench, and Christy Curry wants to see her continue to get going as Timmons rises, fires off the mark. This LSU team with a 20-plus win Thursday against Arkansas. Nice dish and find from Flau'jae behind the back to my Joyner. Part of the newcomers for the Tigers, Flau'jae came over from South Carolina, and Amaya Joyner joins the team from ECU after a very good career with the Pirates.
Yeah, and LSU really, two players that played major minutes were Michaela Williams and Flau'jae Johnson. Everybody else has really, it's had to mesh together, but Kim Mulkey compliments the chemistry of this team, how fun they are to coach, and they're so competitive. And one of the great gets that she got was Malaysia Flau'jae. She said she's got a little flash to her game. I like it. I like it. It's fun to watch. It brings these fans into Baton Rouge.
And just the speed you talked about, too, with which she plays, just levels it up a notch, along with the flair in which she plays with.
Jessica Timmons wanted to post up. Jada Richard didn't get it.
Weathers, nice bounce pass to Cody. Well, high-low action, and Carly Weathers, credit her with the assist. And since Cody off to a good start now with 4 points.
But who made that happen? Carly Weathers. I called her the mother hen, the glue. She fixes things. She's like a Tylenol when you got a headache.
Come on now. Right now, Richard's like, I'm going to dull that pain for you on the other side because, oh yeah, I can be a headache all game long. Jada Richard, who has just been so fun to watch this season after not really playing much of last year. She has seized the opportunity. Timmons working on her. The turnaround won't go. Running in transition. What a move from Zakiya Johnson. Johnson igniting this crowd here. A 6-point lead for LSU.
And that's a freshman.
Great defense by Joyner, stepping in front of the... Richard right back to her. Oh, yeah, baby! Jada Richard, couple of assists, but none as pretty as that one. 7-0 run for LSU. Can the Tide come back, change it up, and there it is. Again, the calming force of Carly Weathers. Got to get a shot up, heaves it up at the buzzer, and no good.